It's interesting how the mind works, how certain ideas, they slip past the conscious mind, weaving themselves into the fabric of thought, unnoticed, like a whisper carried by the wind. And as you listen now, not just with your ears, but with something deeper, you might start to realise that there are things you've always known, things that are resurfacing now effortlessly. Because isn't it fascinating? When we stop seeking, what we begin to find. When we let go of the need for validation, something shifts, like stepping into a room where the air just feels different, lighter, free. And the moment you notice this shift is the moment you begin to understand deeply. The real influence doesn't come from trying, it comes from being, from embodying. And as you continue to listen, you might start to wonder, what happens when you soften? When words slip in unnoticed, bypassing resistance, like a key sliding into a lock. You might start to see things differently now, like looking at an old picture with new eyes, noticing what was always there, but never really seen before. Because the mind is funny like that, isn't it? It only sees what it's ready to see. And as you begin to see more, hear more, feel more, you may begin to realise the power of influence is not in pushing, but in pulling, in gently guiding attention. Because when you ask the right question, like, what specifically do you mean by that? Or how do you know that's true? Something fascinating happens. The mind pauses, the frame cracks, and in that crack something new can slip in, a reframe, a shift, a fresh way of seeing. And maybe you've already noticed how once you find that flaw in a belief, once you see it, it becomes impossible to unsee. And it's funny, isn't it? How a single shift, just one, can change everything. Because once the door is open, even just a little, light pours in. And with light comes clarity. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What happens when you take that clarity and deepen it? When you turn it into a story, a metaphor, an analogy so perfect, so seamless, it slides right in, like water seeping into the cracks of stone, changing it, reshaping it, softly, subtly, until one day the stone simply breaks apart effortlessly. And isn't it funny how, when the mind opens, when the frame shifts, when the old belief crumbles, something new takes its place, something stronger, more empowering, more real. And you don't even have to try, do you? Because it's already happening. And as you listen now, as you begin to wonder, what will you first notice? The way your thoughts start to shift? The way old beliefs seem weaker, more fragile? Or maybe you'll just begin to feel lighter, freer, more in control than ever before. And as this realization deepens, as it settles into the unconscious mind, you might start to notice how good it feels to not seek approval, to just be, to let go of the need, and in doing so, to unlock a power far greater than you ever imagined. Because the one who needs nothing has everything. Isn't it fascinating how easy this all makes sense now? But I wonder, what do you think?